Hello, we're going to be working on Chapter 2, Lesson 8, Homelinks. And here we're going to have various multiplication problems. It says to choose a strategy, but I really want us to be focusing in on using the traditional method. So here we're going to use compatible numbers to estimate the answer before we solve. So 198 is close to 200 times 25. Well, I know 2 times 25 is 50. And tack on these two zeros, so 5,000. I have 342. It's kind of fuzzy on the copying there. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to say this is 35, or 350, times 200. I know 3 times 2 is 70. And tack on 3 more zeros is 70,000. My next one is 420 times 4. I'm just going to say this is 400 times 40, which would give me 16,000. Alright, I'm going to multiply. This is where graph paper really comes in handy. So remember, we're going to do our ones row and not even worry about the 2. So 5 times 8 is 40. Don't forget to regroup and add. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 4 is 49. The 4 goes above. We'll do 5 times 1, which is 5 plus 4 is 9 for 90. Need a placeholder 0. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to the tens row, multiply 2 times 8, 2 times 9, 2 times 1. So 2 times 8 is 16. I want to line up my place values. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Line up those place values. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Line up those place values. So our answer is 4,950, which is pretty close to our estimate of 5,000. Next, I'm going to take 342 times 207. And here we want to make sure we're writing extra neatly because we have 3 rows to multiply. So I'm going to take the ones place and multiply that all first before we move on. 4 times 2 is 7. I'm sorry, not 4 times 2. Sorry. 2 times 7 is 14. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. Regroup. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. Now this is a 0, and it's in the 10 spot, so I would need a placeholder 0 here, but I could go all the way through. But I don't need to worry about that because it's 0. 0 times anything is 0. So now I'm going to need to multiply the hundreds place. I'm going to need 2 placeholders here. Now 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 3 is 6. Add them up. So the key there is just knowing how many placeholders you need and just thinking about how many zeros are in that number when it's just in the, when it doesn't have any other digits in there. So my answer is 70,794, which is pretty close to our estimate of 70,000. Alright, here I have 420 multiplied by 41. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. Now you placeholder 0. Now don't let this throw you off when you have another one. 4 times 0, 4 times 2, 4 times 4, and add them up. So 17,220. The distance from Chicago, Illinois to Boston by plane is 851 miles. A pilot flew from Chicago to Boston 37 times in 1 year. How many miles was that? So just in each way would be 851 multiplied by 37. But we're going to want to estimate first. So I say this is close to 900 times 30. 3 times 9 is 27. Tack on those 3 zeros. So my estimate's going to be somewhere close to 27,000. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Regroup the 3. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 3 is 59. Placeholder 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Regroup the 1. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. Add them up. So 31,487, which is pretty close to that 27,000. It takes 247 floor tiles to cover the floor of a classroom. There are 31 same-size classrooms in a school. How many floor tiles does it take to cover all the classrooms? So 246 multiplied by 3. I'm going to go with 250 times 30. I know 3 times 5 is 75. Or sorry, 3 times 25 is 75, and add all these zeros. So 246 times 31. 3 times 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Placeholder 0. Now 3 times 8 is 3 times 6 is 18. Regroup the 1. 2 times 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Regroup the 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So 7,626. That's pretty close to 7,500. Now make sure you explain how you multiplied to somebody at home. Now let's look here. So on these, we remember our zero trick. Ignore the 0. What's 3 times 5? It's 15. With how many zeros? 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So every third number you need a comma. Here I'm going to do 1 times. So we do exponents first. But this tells me that I'm going to have 5 zeros. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 times 3 times 5 is 15. And I'm going to count backwards. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So it's the same answer. What happened here was this is just the exponential notation of 300,000. Now here I'm going to multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. And add on 4 zeros for 240,000. Here I'm going to add on 3 zeros for 10 to the power of 3. And then 6 times 10 is 60. And then 6 times 4 is 24. So same idea here again. The 6,000 is written in exponential notation there. Now 20,000 times 700. 2 times 7 is 14. Add on how many zeros there? 6 zeros. Now I'm going to make sure I do my commas correctly. So 14 million. So exponents first. 10 to the power of 2. I'm going to have 2 zeros. 10 to the power of 4. I'm going to have 4 more zeros. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 2 times 1 times 7 times 1 is 14. Now let's come over and put our commas. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So same idea, exponential notation there. Make sure you show your work and do the back.